Welcome to the RSA booth here at IWF 2018, and we want to go through Production Coach today, the winner of the Challengers Award. If you would, join me for a tour. We will begin looking at Production Coach from the perspective of the office, from tracking, from sorting, kitting, assembly, staging, shipping, and job site tracking. A little bit about the interface of Production Coach. When I select on a work order from the left-hand side, the items that are displayed in the upper section are the assemblies, the cabinets, the countertops, the fixtures. The items below are the loose items that we may want to kit but still need to be able to ship. I can select at any moment on any work order and see the exact status of an order. Here, this particular order display is showing us the panel processing, sorting, and assembly are 100% complete. However, staging is not complete, and I can easily select on the missing item to see what has not yet been staged. When we import data from CAD/CAM sources, we're able to bring very granular data in, including all of the buyout and hardware items that need to be accumulated for the overall work order. In addition to having that type of detail, we also have all of the product information, all of the machining data, and every bit of information about every product, front, and hardware. I'm going to start by importing a work order. With Production Coach, we took a very agnostic approach to CAD/CAM, where we can import data from other sources, such as CabinetVision, Microvolt, CAD/CAM, CutRight, even spreadsheets. So I'm going to import work order number PM004. Again, reviewing the assemblies in the upper section and the loose items. In this case, I said I do not want to assemble adjustable shelves. I want to deal with them at installation. If we look at the progress of PM004, we'll see that we have not yet begun in production, so we will shortly. First, I want to supplement the data of PM004. I'm going to add things like addresses, delivery dates, install dates, shipping methods, install crews, back scheduling methodologies, and even numeric values. And you may wonder what would a numeric value have to do with it. In Production Coach, when we display for you in Google Calendar at a station level, we can show you the load that has been placed by scheduling on that station compared to your production goal and analyzed by three unique methods. Number one, the number of parts or products. Number two, the number of sheets, or the numeric value. So what might be a numeric value? Realistically, anything that you want. However, a couple of examples might be the price of the job or the overall estimated hours for the worker. We're going to move to this side of the screen, and I want to show that we have integration with Dropbox. In today's modern digital factory, instead of having paper printed, we expect on-demand digital availability of anything that we might need to do our work efficiently. Not only is the Dropbox documentation available in any of the Production Coach stations, but is also available via the Google Calendar and at our job site tracking application. Let's look at the Google Calendar. We'll see that our work order PM004 has been scheduled for delivery today. This view is a view of all deliveries, of all work orders within your factory. Not only can I tell the delivery date of any work order, I can see it by the status of the work order in live time. So if you notice the legend on the left-hand side, it's easy to know that the work orders listed in gray have been completed at panel processing, those in yellow at sorting, and in orange, those have been assembled. These are completely customizable for whatever station you have. Just to make sure we understand calendar views, here we're looking at all deliveries. If I want to display what's just been scheduled scheduled for pickup, our truck, or any number of shippers or installers you can. Here we're going to look at panel droplets of just one of the stations in our factory to see that everyone can have their own schedule to know precisely what it is that they need to be doing at all times. What is the order? What do I need to accomplish? If you notice, several of the items on the calendar of displaying work orders are actually displaying red. That is a sign to let us know that those work orders were not completed as scheduled. And green means we're good or on schedule. If I selected any date or date range, Production Coach is automatically going to show me the load that has been placed on this station by the work order. So here we can see easily of the metrics of sheets and products that were good. However, when we look at the numerical value, we'll see that it's beyond our production goals for that station. Google Calendar allows me to easily drag and drop and to be able to reevaluate the production load that I've put on stations, not only over a day, but over any date range that I want to evaluate. Let's look once again at the work order, and I'll drill into PM004. If you remember earlier, I supplemented the data by adding address information, so now we easily have Google Maps and GPS turn-by-turn instructions for deliveries or installation. I'll click the access to Dropbox again, saying that maybe an install crew needs to be able to see a set of elevation drawings or any important information. Not only is the Google Calendar displayable by month, by week, by day, but it's also available on any internet-enabled smart device. As we close down the calendar, we'll open up packing menu. So for many of our customers, they don't get the luxury of just shipping work orders. They oftentimes have to manage job site conditions, so we'll make a custom packing list. I'm going to select from our PM004 and display the details of it. Maybe the job site has told us that they're not ready for some items. We'll deselect those, or maybe they're asking us to expedite items even from other work orders. So now we have a custom packing list. I just named it 1. And we're completed with the operations primarily from the office. I'm going to supplement the data once again of this work order by adding nesting results to this data. And we'll transition to the second screen. At this second screen, we're going to be talking about the various ways that we can help our customers with tracking. First of all, I'm displaying for you our smart labels on demand. However, we also help our customers with tracking in many different ways. One of those ways here at IWF is that we're integrated to many of the controllers for automated equipment throughout IWF, where as the machine is being operated, Production Coach is being updated with the status of all of the parts, all of the optimized sheets or nests. Here at Smart Labels, for those who are doing on-demand labeling, I'm going to select into a nest and I'm going to press the play button. Here you will notice a number of things. First of all, that we are able to generate the part labels for the items of the nest. However, we're doing far more with Smart Labels. First of all, we can dictate the order in which the operator is unloading the parts from the machine. We can also pace the operator to give them a certain amount of time for generation, or placing the labels and offloading. We are also displaying for them the correct orientation of the barcode so that we make sure that the label is placed correctly and so that it is edge banded on the correct edge. There's many other things that we're actually accomplishing with Smart Labels. Number one, as parts are generating labels, we're updating them in the system. We're also displaying for the operator the grouping of parts. We can group parts in 2 different methods. For example, if our customer's next operation happened to be horizontal bore and dowel insertion, maybe we'd want to group by part type, or we might want to separate horizontals out from back, sides, or fronts. Here, we're also displaying grouping by like edge material. So we're helping the next operations downstream, whether it be edge bander or horizontal boring. Also, I have the ability, with the click of a button, to create a damaged part alert directly in Smart Labels. We will now move on to the next station. This station is called sorting. It's a tremendous help to our customers. As you would imagine, many customers are batching between 30 and 40 cabinets in a work order. If we took a median and said 35 and that we had 10 parts each, that's 350 parts moving from panel processing towards assembly. My colleague Jonathan is going to scan a part label from a transfer card or a grouping card, and the first notification is to tell us to go get a sorting rack. In this case, it told us rack A. So Jonathan's going to follow those instructions. Had this work order contained more products than it could sort, it would have told us to go get rack ABC, ADF, or whichever racks were available. So if you notice on screen, Jonathan simply is scanning a part label, and it's showing him exactly which bin to put it in. If you haven't figured out, we are accumulating parts by product so that when it comes to assembly, we know that we only begin to build on what's ready to be built. Notice in our color scheme, the gray, we did not need to utilize bin 6 or 12 because this work order only contained 10 products. All of those in blue are in progress of sorting, accumulating the parts. If you remember back at Smart Labels, we created a damaged part alert, and production coach was smart enough to identify the product that part was associated to. If you notice the legend on the left-hand side, it would also change to yellow once that damaged part alert had been addressed and the part is in progress. My friend Jonathan has now scanned enough items to turn one of the bins green. So here we can see displayed that in bin number 7, we have all of our parts for assembly. If you have scanned all of the parts from your transfer conveyors and one or more of the bins is still blue, meaning that it hasn't sorted all of the parts, you can simply select the button and see inside of the bin to know which parts have not been sorted. Possibly you can identify that a label fell off of something that you know is the right side, but you need more detailed information about that. Production coach easily allows you to display that, identify it, manually sort it without even requiring a reprinting of a part barcode, because at this point we no longer have need. Maybe you even have a situation where you've identified a damaged part. I've got a nailer here that was damaged by edge banding, and now it's being identified within the system. We'll move on down to the assembly area, where my friend Jonathan will pull parts from bin number 7. If you recall, that was the sorting bin that had all of its parts available. With a simple barcode scan of any one of the parts, we're going to see that we are now beginning to help the builder. So here we will see that it is telling us, Jonathan, I need the door from bin A1. Let's stop for a moment and understand what's actually happening in this case. Not only did we identify that we had all of the case parts, but in order for that to turn green for the builder, it meant we had to have already sorted also the doors and drawer fronts for that cabinet. In addition to that type of sorting, we can also help our customers with sorting of drawer boxes, case assemblies, or whatever they need to do, synchronize all of those and only display in green when it's ready. Beyond displaying that we have a product available, in real manufacturing there might be far more than one available to build. We can even control the sequence and priority of what is going to be built. If you notice, we have a 3D visualization of the product to be assembled. The builder has full control. Maybe he needs to see below or behind. Maybe he even needs to see inside of the cabinet. If I want to see the position of any part within the assembly, I can simply select it and it will appear so that we know where it lives within the assembly. So I have all of the products, I have all of the fronts, and I have all of the hardware I need to build this. In addition, I can drill down all the way to the detailed machining information about any part to make the builder's job easy. In addition to that, this cabinet happens to have a piece of hardware that fires an assembly instruction. So here I can provide an image, I can provide information, and or a video. I am letting the builder know that he install a specific lock body so that we have the door keyed properly. In addition, I'm showing him what tools he needs if he needs a helper, and I'm pacing him for how long he has to complete this operation. When we're complete, the production coach is automatically going to generate a product label so that we can apply to the cabinet and have that for further use, whether that be staging or shipping. Optionally and additionally, we also wrote directly to the RFID antenna so that if we're using RFID readers and shipping, we have the ability to simply pass through. We've dealt with our products, but we still haven't dealt with our loose items or our damaged part alerts. I'm going to now generate an automated kit label for the loose items, which were adjustable shelves that we had within the job. So now all of those items contained in a single barcode is shipping. If you would follow me into the shipping department. If you recall back in the office station, we created a custom packing list. So now I'm going to display that packing list. All the items that we need to be able to show. So here at IWF, we're displaying both RFID and barcode technology. I'm going to pass through the reader simply the RFID for that product label. We'll see that it's been shipped. We have a date and time stamp for that. We're also enabling you to utilize barcodes. So now we'll see that in addition, in one scan, we were able to ship all of the detached items. What our customers really want to know is before that truck door leaves, do they have all of the items scanned into the truck that were part of the packing list? We had 19 items, we have scanned 10 of them, and we have 9 that have not yet been completed. For many of our customers, just shipping 100% accurate 100% of the time is not good enough. We enable our customers to also be able to manage other things, such as timekeeping, job costing, deliveries, even install. I'm going to select on our job site tracking, and I'm going to select from any one of the available packing lists. Here I have direct access to more information, including the Dropbox documentation, and or I can see all of the elements that are part of the packing list. Here I can confirm things like delivery or installation of an item. I can generate alerts. I can add notes. I can even add images and select whether this is an issue with a product or an individual part. When I am done addressing all the items from the packing list in either delivery or installation, I can also add an image of the overall. I can add a signature and even confirm. When we are generating alerts from either delivery or installation, they also interact with production code. If we go to our warning center, we'll now see that we have issues that have been created. We can see further details about them, including for what work order, what product, what part, its material information, and even its unique barcode. Once we've taken corrective action for that item, production coach will now display for us that that part is now in process. If you would direct your attention to the large monitor in the back, here we are displaying our business intelligence dashboard. First of all, we're monitoring the factory in real time, so we're easily able to display whether we have a balanced workflow or not. We want the line to be as horizontal as possible because our production goal is to have as much throughput as possible with as little WIP or work in progress. In the middle section of the dashboard, it is showing us whether we're creating constraints or bottlenecks in our process. If you're building too much up or too little between a station, production coach will alert you so that you can take corrective action on the fly. Not only are we monitoring and displaying various things such as performance by workstation or against performance goals, we're also displaying for you the quality of your factory. If you're creating missing or damaged parts, that's not quality. If we're not shipping accurately, that's not quality. Not only can the business intelligence dashboard be displayed in real time, it can be ran in deferred mode. What do I mean by deferred? Big data and analytics of your information. Maybe you want to know, over the last 6 months, what was the leading cause for damaged parts in your factory? Maybe you identify it was edge banding. So now maybe you take corrective actions such as preventative maintenance or operator training. And thank you for joining us on the short tour of Production Coach here at IWF 2018.